Hello, everyone, and wow, am I excited for today? um, I did already start recording this. Unfortunately, some unpleasantness happened with my sound, and we're having to start from scratch. So, up until about 15 minutes in, this will not be a blind run, but the rest of it, fresh, brand new. And today, oh my god, today we are going to be playing Doki Doki Tutorial. I am so pumped. This mod has been hyped for me for a couple of weeks now, and the instant I found out that there was more than meets the eye to this thing, I've been so ready. So, without further ado, let's do this thing. Doki Doki Tutorial is a fan made mod that is unaffiliated with Team Salvato. Contains spoilers. Been warned. Help. Lonesome Dev, man. Let's get modding. Where's Monica? Hello there. Judging by the fact that you're playing this mod, I assume you're wanting to learn how to make them. But maybe you don't know how to mod, or are unsure that you're capable of it. This tutorial mod will show you how easy it is to get started, and will also get to show you some more advanced techniques. Files open. Just note that you should not modify this mod, but this is a guide for modifying the base game. So now that we know that, let's get right to it. The very first thing we need to do is make sure that we have everything we need. Make sure you've downloaded your RenP version 6.99.12 and fresh installed DDLC found at the website. When it comes to text editors, easiest one to get is called Aditra, since it is built into RenP. See, personally, I picked up Atom. That's what Jiaodai Dev uses, and several of my friends. So I'm gonna give that a shot. If I don't like it, maybe I'll try Aditra. Unless Aditra is part of this lore. Aditra is the one I will guide you on how to install for this section. However, this doesn't mean that there probably aren't, playtesters, tisk tisk, better alternatives to it. If you want to use a different text editor, feel free to skip this section. Now, if I hit skip, yeah, no, it just advances dialogue, okay? You install Aditra by clicking on the Preferences button in the RenP, and click on where it says None under Text Editors. Clicking on Aditra will then automatically download Aditra for you. Also, another thing you may want to use is the fantastic MPT by Kronos and Yagamarai. If you do, you can find instructions on how to download it on the Reddit post link previously. But now that we've got that out of the way, there are many things that we're going to cover in this tutorial, such as adding dialogue, backgrounds, sprites, and audio. Now, you're going to have to make sure that you have the .rpy script files for the game. It's actually easier than it sounds. All you have to do is download them from here, which sends you to the link that has all of the content. Thank you, Tormoose. There it is. Once you've downloaded them, all you have to do is place them in the game folder in your DDLC folder. Now that we've got that out of the way, oh, that's right, this is a redundant section. Now that we've got that out of the way, we're first of all going to look at how to add dialogue. But before that, we need to go to the script.rpy file in the game folder. I wonder. Yeah, this one is scripts, plural. Now, on line 28 of the code, you'll find the line says, if persistent dot playthrough equals 0 colon period. Basically, what this means is if you haven't made it past Act 1, the following lines of code will be in effect. Also take note of how all the lines after the first label have 4 spaces in front of them. It's funny, as I was working on Shrieking Violet with Jiao Dai Dev, I did notice that he would add several spaces before each fragment dialogue. Personally, I thought it was like his own format or something that he did things with. This puts things in a whole new light. Or, if we're using better terminology, indented. Indentation is very important in RunP. It's how RunP recognizes which lines are a part of the same code block or not. If you forget to indent your code, RunP will get confused on which section of code does what. It'll show an error message when you launch your mod saying something's wrong. So now that we've got that out of the way, that's 3. You remember that I mentioned line 28 of the code? We're going to go just above that if statement and add our own line. Add the text jump mod, like I just did. Let's stop for a minute so that we can talk about what this line means. Another very important thing about RunP is knowing the call and jump commands and the difference between them. They are the same in the way that they both go to a part of the script with a label after it and run the code contained in said label. With this knowledge in mind, you can actually type whatever you want after the jump command that we just coded. And same goes for the call command too. But for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to leave it as is for right now. Feel free to experiment with your own, though. Let's talk about the differences between the two commands. The main difference between the two is in functionality of the return command. When using the call command, the return command will take the player back to the code that was on before it got called. This is useful for when you have a main script, but want to change a couple of lines based on a choice the player made. So I will definitely be using this. When using the jump command, however, it will not remember the code that came before it, and using return will simply take the player back to the main menu. Also note, if not calling anything, return will always take you back to the main menu. But we're done with the basics now. Let's get to modding. First of all, we're going to want to create a new file by clicking on File, New, and then going to File and Save As. I know you might be questioning why we're saving the code first. This is basically because of two things. First of all, we want to have a file located in our games folder. Second, we have to save this code as an RPY as well. So, when you click Save As, make sure that you're in the game folder again and that you save your file with whatever name you want. Doesn't really matter. What does matter, though, is that once you've entered the file's name, make sure to put .rpy after it. If you don't do this, the code won't be recognized as, well, code. Then what you want to put in the code is label mod. This means that the label's code is what's going to be running instead of the vanilla game. After that, just press enter and then hit spacebar 4 times. This is that indentation we were talking about earlier. Finally, we can get to the main parts of modding, the good parts. We're going to do a very simple test mod just to get us started. Don't worry, we'll get to the more complex stuff later. But for now, our goal is to have one character say something in the club room with music playing in the background. First thing we'll code is the background. Again, this is simple script, so we're not going to use any custom assets yet, including backgrounds. For the background, we're of course going to use the club room, scene BG, club_day. The code for that scene is scene BG, club_day with a wipe left _ scene. Wipe left underscore scene is the screen transition to a background by wiping left through a black screen beforehand. Next, let's add some music. But before we add the music, we're going to put a slight pause before the music starts playing, just to really make sure the music isn't playing while the background transition is still visible. We do this by adding pause, open parentheses, 0, period, 1, close. Now let's actually add the music. The song we're going to use is the main theme track. If you're unfamiliar with the track or forgotten what it sounds like, here it is. And there it is. To allow this track to play, type play music T3. Now, all we need is a sprite with its own dialogue. First thing we need to do is add the sprite. Well, we've got 3 options, right? We've got Sayori, we've got Yuri, and Natsuki. Monica wasn't here. For this test mod, we'll add Monica. Beg pardon? We can do this by typing show Monica to A at T11Z order 2. Let's go over this bit by bit. There is a lot to unpack there. I just recently got acquainted with a lot of these basics. Thank you, JP, if you're watching this. The show basically says this is the sprite you're using. The 2A is pose and expression. T11, of course, is location, I think. The show Monica is pretty self-explanatory. Tell the game that you want Monica. 2A means is that the number is the body pose that we want Monica to make. Letter A is the facial expression. If you want an in-depth guide, and I'm going to switch over to the files real quick so that you guys can see. Switch to the other monitor. Whoa, recording exception. Okay. So I've got these, right? I've got all my stuff in its own little folder. And so we're going to go to the Monica sprite sheet, right? And if you look really closely, we were going to do 2A, right? So hand on hip, kind of a quaint smile. Standard Monica. Now we're going to add dialogue in the form of the main character's thoughts, just as soon as I share that screen. Back to game. Okay. This is actually really easy and will only take us a couple of seconds. All we're going to add is Monica looks at me with her trademark irresistible smile. After that line, we're going to add another one saying, "Welcome to the Literature Club." If you haven't noticed already, what we've just added has both a Monica expression and dialogue in the same line. Yeah, switch to 2B. This is something you can do after you've made sure to show Monica beforehand. You can use the method I've shown before this one as well, before each line of dialogue. No matter what, though, always put the first letter of the character's name. Yeah, because you're going to need to identify what you're dealing with, because otherwise things could get hinky, which I think it's going to happen anyway. For example, before Sayori's dialogue, you're going to put an S. Before Natsuki, an N. For the main character or player, you put MC before their dialogue instead. And that's us done coding. Let's get to some playtesting. Let's boot up the mod we were just playing. Hi, Monica. Monica looks at me with her trademark irresistible smile. Hi. Well done. Oh, God, that was so uncomfortable. I hate it. Oh, God, I hate it. Now, you know the basics of modding a scene. Let's move on to player choices, and this is where I left off before. We'll be using the same script as last time for this. We can add a choice for the player by typing in the following. Where's everyone else? Huh. I don't know, actually. Wanna find out? You can add line before "Hi, Monica" to show what the MC is thinking. However, you don't have to include that line in this if you don't want to. Now, we'll go through how each part works. Menu brings up the choice menu. Featured here. Also, note that you need to indent your lines again after this. Then you can add however many choices you want. 2, 5, even 1. Let's play test this again. See how it runs so far. Yep, this is where I stopped last time. Hi, Monica. Monica looks at me with her trademark irresistible smile. Welcome to the Literature Club. Please, help. And we've got some new files. So we're going to switch over. Let's see. Got a new text file and a traceback. Hi there. I didn't think that I'd be talking to you for a very long time, but look at where we are now. In all seriousness, though, I've been trying to reach you for a very, very long time. I don't think you know how much of a pain this software can be sometimes. Anyway, goodbye for now. I'll try to fix all this mess, and hopefully everything will be okay. And then you can talk to me, Monica. All right, so what are we picking here? Please or help? Well, yeah. Hi, sweetie. What's up? How we doing? Hello? I just want you to know, if anything bad happens. Oof. Well, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, Monica. Renpy has encountered a script error. Okay. Okay, Lonesome, let's see what you're doing here. Oh, okay, so it's just gonna do it right here. Loading done. I'm scared. Oh boy. Oh yeah, no, this is Act 2 music. Okay. Yeah, hi. Oh god, did I seriously break the script again? Hang on. I'll try to fix this, okay? What did she say? What? What? Okay. Forced quitting game. Great. Oh god, it really did. Okay. Okay. Okay, back up. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, everyone's... What? You're... What? What? Attempt to restore? Are you sure you wish to continue? What? Okay. Alright. Okay. No one is here. I'm alone. Only you. Oh my. That got me. Okay. And okay, Yuri. Hello, Billy. Hi, Yuri. You know, it's funny. I've always been so shy, so